Hello, I'm back from Phoenix where I got to meet Governor Gavin Newsom. If you haven't seen the video, it's on my Instagram page, and I do suggest that you follow me there. We're almost at 300,000 followers if you use Instagram. If you don't, I totally understand why. It's owned by Meta and blah, 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 blah. I'm not really allowed to say what him and I talked about. We had an off-the-record conversation, but I just got to say it was very, 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 very cool to meet him. And the reason why I did this video was because I wanted him to be able to talk to you, because I know you all really enjoy the governor and what he's been doing to fight fascism. And I thought that would be a great way to involve you in the trip. So thank you so much for allowing me this platform where I get to bring someone like that back to the audience. So it was a very, very, very cool experience. And I'm tired as hell. I am so tired. I took a red eye back and I am tired. Sorry, I know this has nothing to do with the title of the video, but I just wanted to quickly update you about that. So thank you for allowing me the opportunity to be there and to show up. And this truly would not have been possible without your support. So thank you. And if you like that stuff, hit like here, hit like on the video, share it. And now, unfortunately, some less than fun news. Donald Trump, oh baby, Grandpa's out. Grandpa's out. He's awake. He didn't fall asleep today. He was caught on a hot mic talking about blue slips. Going to bring that to you. He's also asked about the Netflix deal that I guess Jared Kushner is somehow involved in. And he had this announcement today about soybean farmers. They're about to do some socialism, baby.
I'm delighted to announce this afternoon that the United States will be taking a small portion of the hundreds of billions of dollars we receive in tariffs. We are making a lot of money from countries that took advantage.
Also, what the fuck is this color? He is the same color as this tchotchke on the wall here. It's insane.
They took advantage of us like nobody's ever seen. Our deficits are way down because of tariffs. I guess because of the election, because without the election you wouldn't have tariffs. You'd be sitting here losing your shirt. But we're taking in billions. We're really taking in trillions of dollars if you think about it.
This guy he's absolutely insane. Regardless, he was there to make an announcement that they're going to start giving soybean farmers money because no one's buying the soybeans anymore, because China, instead of buying our soybeans because of tariffs, is now buying it from Argentina. And Argentina, by the way, we bailed out with $40 billion as a thank you to selling their soybeans to someone who used to buy ours. So thanks, Donald Trump. So that was his big announcement for today, but he did take a lot of questions. And he was asked about the midterms. And again, I cannot get over his color.
I just have a quick question. There's at least 20 House Republicans who have either said they're going to retire or not run again. Do you have any
Democrats
concerns
also.
about the
And Democrats
right.
also.
Do you have any
why don't you mention them? How many Democrats are going to retire? How many Democrats?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you.
But why don't you tell me the number of Democrats, too? You tell me about...
Are you concerned about the narrow margins? And
no, I'm not concerned. I think we're going to do well.
Among them, and,
we will have the greatest economy.
Blakeman, who you know as well, is considering running for
governor. We're going to have the greatest economy in history. How many Democrats are retiring?
I got to say, I don't think this reporter is very seasoned. I think she's a newer reporter and she is holding her own. I wish I knew her name. But imagine the most powerful person in the world pushing back on you when you're just trying to ask a simple question like this. He's being such an asshole, and she stands her ground. So please do leave some applause in the comments, because this is what journalism should be, is standing up to powerful people. And I think we've got it. We just have to support it when we see it happen.
We only know the Republicans, but not the Democrats.
Because I came prepared to ask you a question about...
No, you're unprepared, because you should know the Democrats. You're totally unprepared. Go ahead.
Well, can I just have a quick question?
Absolutely insane. Anyways, I just want to say shout out to that reporter, because he's such an asshole. Now, he was just on one because he also attacked Rachel Scott, who is an ABC reporter, who, of course, went viral last week for just pushing back on the president.
Are you committed to releasing the full video?
Didn't I just tell you that?
You said that it was up to Secretary
You're the most
Hicks.
obnoxious reporter in the whole place. Let me just tell you, you are an obnoxious, a terrible reporter. And it's always the same thing with you. I told you, whatever Pete Hegseth wants to do is okay with me.
Mr. President.
He just can't. He can't handle being out of his little bubble, can he? Can he? I shout out to the reporters pushing back on this man. He also said this about the boats, a little dementia moment.
We didn't want to see that because that boat was loaded up with drugs just like everything else. But every boat we shoot down and
every boat we shoot down? Our boat's flying.
I don't know if you know, we're 92 or 94% down in drugs coming in by the sea. And we're trying to find who are the 6%. Because I don't know, people aren't like...
Reports came out that about 70% of the boats that were apprehended last year that were suspected to have drugs on them did not. So they are shooting. So it could very well be that 70% of the boats that they are shooting and the people they're killing actually don't even have drugs on them. And it's a shame that we don't talk about this more because people do deserve due process, whether they are Americans or not. And that is ideally how we would live by our Constitution, regardless of whether or not the person who we suspect of being a criminal is American or not. That should be, we should live by our ideals regardless of who we are going after. But Donald Trump has decided not to do that. I don't want to play the propaganda, but there was a reporter who said, everyone knows that the January 6th was a Fedsurrection to set you and your supporters up. What's your gut instinct about the new pipe bomber suspect taken into custody? And he says that the whole thing was a Democratic hoax. Okay, that person was a Trump supporter. Just so you know, that person was a Trump supporter. Okay, and then here's this hot mic moment where Donald Trump is talking about, I think he's talking about how he cannot get people through as attorney generals because they all get struck down. Good, but I'm glad that it's bothering him. I mean, he also talks about something about blue slips.
Hey, Jeff, thank you, Chris. You know I cannot appoint anyone. Huh? I can't.
See how he says I can't appoint anyone?
Appoint anybody.
They're unappointed.
Everybody I've appointed, their time is expired. And then there is a default.
So that to me is like a hopeful thing, the fact that Donald Trump understands that he has to follow a judge's orders. Because if you don't know, Alina Habba actually just resigned from what was an illegal appointment to be Attorney General in New Jersey. It turns out she can't be, and the judges ruled so, and she followed the ruling, and the Trump administration is listening to it. I think that's hopeful. It's hopeful to me that they're actually paying attention to what the judges said, because Donald Trump is a lawless individual, and if he wanted to, he could fight that in the worst way possible, and he's not. So I think that is a hope-inspiring thing that's happening. The fact that he's talking on hot mic here about he can't appoint anyone and everyone's time has expired. I think that is hopeful. Now, Donald Trump was also, I mean, turned himself into such a pretzel around prices.
Your team answered all of my questions on farming, but I do.
Do you have a farm?
Mr. President, in the interest of affordability with this aid package, I assume that that's something you want consumers to see before midterms next year. How quickly will that affect prices at the grocery store?
Well, I think the prices are going to be going down already. I mean, the prices are way down.
See, he's trying to do things that are going to impact the grocery store prices because prices are way up, but he can't say that because he keeps saying that prices are already fine. So he catches himself in a bit of a lie here where he's like, well, I think we're going to see prices are going to go down. Well, the prices are already down.
But prices way down from what it was. We inherited high prices. We inherited the biggest inflation in the history of our country. That means prices going up. And we brought it down very substantially now. Inflation.
All right, I think let's just see here. I guess let's just talk about Netflix. And I think, is there one other? Yeah, let's talk about Netflix. And there's one other clip I want to show you. So here is him talking about Jared Kushner. If you don't know, Netflix bought part of Warner Brothers, and then Paramount. This is so boring, but I think it's actually important because media consolidation is a problem that affects all of us. Thankfully, not us here on YouTube, but the fact that a couple of people can decide what you see, regardless of where you're watching, is a problem. And the fact that Netflix was going to buy Warner Brothers was actually maybe not the worst thing, because Netflix seems to be a responsible operator. But then the people who own Paramount, which are the Ellisons, and they are billionaires, Republican billionaires, try to swoop in to stop the deal. And apparently that's being also worked with Jared Kushner. So we'll see if Netflix gets to do that deal. But here he is talking about it.
To do what's
The
right.
Paramount deal is supported by Jared Kushner, Mr. President. Would that impact your decision?
If Paramount is, I don't know. I've never spoken to him. He's really trying to work on Gaza. I think Gaza's his primary thing is Gaza.
If you're making House visits.
So as we know, Donald Trump, when he says he doesn't know anything about anything, means that he knows about it and that he supports it. So I think he kind of gave the game away here. And then I just want to say here that this is the one I wanted to talk about. We'll end with this, the healthcare plan. He has been working on healthcare for, 11 years? 12 years? How long has this fucking guy been in our lives?
Sir?
On healthcare, Mr. President, 22 million Americans are expected to see their healthcare insurance premiums start to rise by the beginning of next year.
You're talking about because Obamacare is so bad?
Yes, well, sir, because the Obamacare subsidies are expiring. Are you going to do
That's
anything?
because Obamacare is so bad.
What is the Republican plan? Are you going to let that happen on your watch?
What I'm going to do is, if the Democrats go along with it, which they don't want to because they want to make the insurance companies very rich, okay? I want the money to be paid to the people to go out and buy their own health care instead of paying to the insurance companies. Their stock has gone up 1,700%.
So his healthcare plan is to give money to people to go out and buy their own healthcare. That's not a plan. That's not a healthcare plan. That's vouchers. His healthcare plan is to get rid of the healthcare plan we have here, give you money so that the healthcare industry can make more money. That's his big idea. After more than a decade of being in public office, his big idea is to get rid of healthcare and put the power into the insurance company's hands. How's that worked for college, where we basically do the same thing? College has gotten more and more expensive, and it's been subsidized by loans and by scholarships given to the government, given to us from the government. And has that helped with the price of college? No. Absurd. Okay, this has been a longer video than expected, but thanks for watching. My lips are a little chapped. It looks like I have lipstick on. I'll see you soon. Bye.